I am very focused on just doing my own thing and not worrying about any personal drama that's out there in the community because it's just not my thing. I don't do well with drama because I get crazy, as you guys will know. Oh, hi guys, it's Izzy. Alright, so I'm going to be using some new products, some products that I haven't used in a long time, some products that are new to me, and some oldies but goodies. I'm not going to be talking about each product extensively because we're just going to be talking about other things, but I'm going to be showing them as I apply them on. So we're going to start with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber Primer Setting Spray, and we're just going to shake this, spray it. Oof, it has a really strong cucumber scent. If you guys are not into that, then skip that. So hi, how are ya? My name is Izzy, and I've been into makeup for the last 6 years, I believe. I started watching YouTube videos, influencers, and watching makeup tutorials and stuff like that, and it just piqued my interest. I've always been interested in makeup. I've always followed celebrities such as, you know, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and I was very into what their makeup looked like, and you know, their different outfits and stuff for music videos and concerts and anything like that, but I never expressed it or tried to get into it. And it wasn't until about 6 years ago, like I said, that I started watching YouTube and getting into the makeup artistry aspect of it. And I wanted to get into YouTube back then, but I wasn't very motivated, I would say, and I was also scared. I'm applying the e.l.f. Mattifying Oil Control Primer. This primer is infused with clay and tea tree oil, so it's very good for oily skin. But like I said, I was pretty scared to start the beauty channel. I was part of YouTube way back in the day in another community that we're not going to talk about, but so I was already used to being in front of the camera. I just never did anything drastic on camera. Like for me, makeup and artistry is very drastic and skill based, and I was just scared that my skills weren't good enough. So I never actually came through with, you know, doing the makeup videos. And it wasn't until recently that my boyfriend and my best friend, who's actually behind the camera, pushed me to get my ass out there and start my channel. And here I am making this video for you. So I'm very happy that I started. It has been a rough patch, I would say. It's a learning curve, and I feel like with every video you just get better and better. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. It will continue to come as scheduled every Thursday. If that happens to change for any given reason, I will let you guys know on social media. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you guys follow me at Izzy Glamour. And yeah, that's pretty much how I came to be an artist and be in love with makeup. Currently, I do have a full-time job. I used to work for the company Express, and I work for them. That's retail. I worked for them for 5 years, and then I decided to move on onto another company, which I'm not gonna name on camera just for privacy reasons. But I am a manager in this company as well as I was in Express, and it's a full-time job, so that takes most of my time. And I kind of have a schedule now where I set aside a day to be able to film and be able to get the content out for you guys, because As of now, it is a hobby. I do it because I love it, not because I'm expecting to become famous or make any money out of it. It's just fun for me. So for now, as a hobby, it's working great. Whatever happens in the near future or in the far future, we shall see. But I love what I'm doing and I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. We're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I have the shade 230. And this is an oldie but a goodie. Haven't used it in a while. I pulled it out of my drawer yesterday and I wore it all day. And I was in love with how the foundation looked throughout the day. I had forgotten how good this foundation was. So if you haven't tried it, make sure you check it out. I'm just gonna dot this. And we're going to blend. So we're going in with the brand new e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And this is in shade Medium Beige. I haven't used this one, brand new. And we're just gonna go in. The first product that I fell in love with in terms of makeup was definitely highlighter. I have been highlighter obsessed for like ever. So that was the first product that I started wearing and that I purchased. And before I even tried foundation out, because I was also scared that I wasn't going to be able to match myself properly, because I didn't know anything about undertones or anything like that. So I decided that I was going to just purchase all the highlighters in the world. My very first highlighter was the Balm's Mary Luminizer, and at that time that highlighter was very popular in the YouTube world. Everyone was using that highlighter, and even though my skin tone is clearly medium tan, I bought that highlighter anyways, and it's extremely frosty and super light, but I still rocked it anyways. And every time I would go out, I would wear the highlighter, and that would be the only product that I would use on a daily basis, even to work. And as I kept watching tutorials and beauty gurus such as Jaclyn Hill, Patrick Starr, Manny MUA, all of those, you know, the big ones, I started learning and obviously got the right shade of highlighter for me. Something more champagne-y, more gold. And I would still wear highlighter every day for work, especially during the holidays. And I got a lot of compliments from customers all the time, and they loved the fact that, you know, I was wearing highlighter, and it made me feel really good and kind of powerful, which is why I believe that makeup is definitely to enhance your beauty, but also to enhance your self-esteem and your power. And that's the way I view it. So whenever I'm putting on makeup like I am right now, it just makes me feel beautiful. I mean, I know I'm beautiful without makeup, but I just love the fact that once you add on makeup, you just feel 10 times better. We're gonna go and set this concealer with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Medium. So after purchasing all the highlighters in the world, because I did, I decided to move on to foundation and started experimenting with foundations. Obviously, I started with drugstore because I didn't want to invest in foundations that were going to be too expensive and then it wouldn't work out. So I started buying, you know, the Maybellines, the CoverGirls, which were accessible to me in the drugstore. and I started experimenting. By the way, I'm baking everywhere where I put the concealer, just for a little bit. It didn't take me a while to learn the techniques because obviously I was a frequent YouTube viewer, so I learned pretty quickly. I'm more of a visual learner anyway, so as much as I see it, I'm going to learn it. So therefore I learned pretty quickly how to put on foundation and what the undertones were and what my skin tone was and what my skin type was, and I started building from there. So then I moved on to Sephora, and then I started purchasing the more high-end brands like Too Faced, Kat Von D, Smashbox, brands like that. And yeah, and then my journey continued, and it wasn't until recently that I started wearing eyeshadow. That was one thing that I was really scared of using or wearing, especially going outside, because we live in a time where it's, right now, it's like, it's kind of cool to be gay, but at the same time, if you walk out with a full face of makeup and glitter in your eyes, they're just gonna look at you weird, and I just didn't want to cause any attraction or attention to myself, so I never wore eyeshadow. But recently, from starting my channel, I decided, the hell with it, I'm gonna do it, and if you like it, great, and if you don't, too bad. Basically, if you don't support me in any way, shape, or form, you have no opinion whatsoever. That's how I feel. I don't know about you guys, but it is what it is. I'm gonna move on to bronzing the skin, and for that I'm gonna be using the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. And this palette comes with a contour shade, a blush, a finishing powder, and 2 highlighters. Today I'm just going to be using the contour shade, and I'm going to grab a contour brush, which is my Sonia Kashuk tapered finishing brush. We're going to go in lightly on this contour shade. Now, I used this yesterday before I went out, and it was very pigmented. You definitely have to blend this out really, really well, because otherwise you'll have a harsh line, and don't worry about it. It looks harsh now, but I'm going to fix that as I go. So yeah, to continue my makeup journey, I started doing my makeup pretty much every time that I would go out with friends and family. I never wore a full face of makeup to work, just because in 8-hour, 9-hour shifts, sometimes in retail you have to pull a 12-hour shift, and I just didn't want to deal with having makeup on for that long and then having it not look good. So, and then, you know, dealing with customers and all of this is just too much. So I didn't, but for the holidays we used to have holiday parties, and I remember wearing makeup to the holiday parties, and everyone was loving it. And one of my managers even gave me a gift card to Sephora that year for Christmas, which was very lovely, so thank you so much for that. But yeah, like, my love for makeup continued, and one of my biggest dreams was to start a channel, because I wanted to have a personal library of makeup looks that I could always go back to and appreciate. So that's pretty much why I'm here, and obviously because of you guys as well. So as far as who I look up to in the beauty community, which by the way, this community is going in the completely opposite way of where it was when I first started watching as a viewer on YouTube, and it makes me really sad to see where the community has gone, because clearly it was not like this 6 years ago when I was just a viewer and I wasn't part of it, and now that I am, it's way too crazy. So I am very focused on just doing my own thing and not worrying about any personal drama that's out there in the community, because it's just not my thing. I don't do well with drama because I get crazy, as you guys will know. So, who do I look up to in the beauty industry the most? Well, I would have to say, and I know this is going to be very controversial for some of you, but the first person that I fell in love with watching tutorials and their channel was definitely Jaclyn Hill. So for me, Jaclyn Hill will always be number one, no matter what anyone says. That's my girl. And so it would be Jaclyn Hill, and then obviously Jeffree Star. I was a follower of Jeffree Star way back when, in the MySpace days, where MySpace was pretty big. And for those of you millennials who don't know what MySpace is, I feel bad for you, because that was the beginning of social media. MySpace was the beginning of social media. Before Instagram, before Facebook, it was MySpace. And Jeffree Star was part of that community, and back then he was still a makeup artist, but he wasn't making any makeup of his own. He was more focused on other things like doing makeup for other celebrities and music. Woo, sorry about that. Music. So he was all into the music business, and he released multiple EPs and a full album that he sold at Hot Topic, and I have that album. So yes, I've been a fan of Jeffree Star forever, for ages. So he's definitely a big inspiration, because I've seen his come up from the beginning all the way to where he is now, where he has a whole makeup brand that's very successful, and I'm very, very happy for him, and I absolutely love everything he does. So yes, so those would be my top two, Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star. I do like a lot more other YouTubers, like I do like Kathleen Lights. I love Sam from, her channel is Samage, or if that's how you pronounce it, but I love her reviews a lot, and I kind of mirror my own reviews in the way that she does hers, because she has very similar skin type to myself. So I love her. But yeah, those would be like my top four YouTubers. And I love Manny and Patrick Star. Patrick Star and Manny, I met them at a meet and greet back a couple of years back at MAC in New York, which I used to be a New Yorker, now I live in New Jersey, by the way, guys. I'm a New Jersey boy right here. But I used to live in New York, and Manny and Patrick did meet and greet at a MAC in New York, and I was there, and I met them, and I took a picture with them, and I spoke to them, and they were amazing. So I love them as well, and they're pretty big inspirations to me. And Patrick has done so many great things, and where his career has taken him recently, where he's had multiple collections. I think it's great, and it's absolutely inspiring, and I love them too. But yeah, I also love Chatty as well. I do have a review of her Textured Neutrals palette. If you guys have not seen that yet in my channel, I'm going to leave that in the eye up here, I believe. If not, it will be linked down below in my Dropbox, so make sure you guys check that out and check that review, because I did a full look using her palette, which congratulations to Chatty. Her palette is amazing, and thank you Chatty Beauty for liking my picture on Instagram. That was amazing. Very, very accomplished. I felt very accomplished for that, so thank you. But yes, I do love Chatty. I love her reviews. I love her high-end reviews. Her drugstore reviews are my favorites to watch. And yeah, those are my favorite YouTubers as of now. For blush, we're gonna go in with the Kylie Cosmetics blush in the shade Close to Perfect. Now this one I bought a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't worn it a lot, but it's definitely one of my favorite shades. It's very neutral base, but it's also not too pink. I do not like blushes that are way too extra unless I'm feeling extra, which most of the time I am. So you will see me with very bright cheeks, but right now I do like this toned down blush, which it's there but you can barely see it somehow, but I love it. I love it. It's a very good blush. So I just did the rest of my face off of camera. I did my eyes, just a quick little sparkling look, and we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face Setting Spray Extra Hold, because you know a bitch needs extra hold. I'm just gonna wait for this to settle, and we are going to follow up with the lip products. So right here I have the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Cloud Chaser, and we're going to apply this to my lips. I love the ColourPop Ultra Blotted formula because it's a very almost sheer color. Alright, there you have it, and it's pretty much exactly what it says. It looks like you put lipstick on and then you blotted it with tissue. So the formula is very non-sticky. You can barely feel it. It's like you're wearing nothing on your lips. And I wore it all day yesterday and it was fantastic. And we're gonna go in now with the Ultra Glossy Lip again for ColourPop, and in the shade Well Nested. Now this came together in a little set for the one of ColourPop's collections. They release so many collections, can't even keep up. Now, one thing that I would say about this is that I hate this applicator. I wish it was a wand and a doe foot applicator instead of a wand. And that completes this look, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and get to know me a little bit better. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you want any more chit chat. Get ready with me. Give me any topics that you guys want me to talk to you about or just share my thoughts on. Leave those comments down below and I'm going to be obviously checking them out and responding to as many as I can. Make sure you hit that like button because it helped me out. Subscribe before you leave, and also hit that notification bell so that you get notified every Thursday when I upload my new video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. And now for the blooper reel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where did the cap for this go? Where did it go? By the way, I hate the smell of the setting spray. But where's the cap? Where'd it go? Hello? 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 No!